Good evening, board. My name is Dave Hardeski. I reside on Stonebridge Court in Middletown Township, Langhorne. First, I wanted to extend some gratitude for allowing me to make some comments, and congratulations, Madam Chair, on your new position. I do want to start by saying when I'm emotionally charged about a topic, I tend to have a flight of ideas, so if I don't keep with the succinct request, I do not do so intentionally. This is specifically about the sewer water treatment plant project that is slated for possible development on bypass. On December 17th, we attended Middletown Township's Board of Supervisors meeting, which was standing room only, with the hot topic specifically being this treatment plant. There was a small committee representing the treatment plants project who presented, made several comments about the infancy of the plans and a trip to Kansas where they visited a similar plant and they did not have any foul odor or any appreciation of any abnormalities that could have possibly affect the surrounding areas. And then following that was a parade of very, very impressive resumes with decades of experience, involvement with these matters. And again, I'm going from memory that was 3 weeks ago and 2 holidays ago. So if any of this is inaccurate, again, not intentional. But I do recall a real estate attorney who had stated that just buying the parcel involved a rather arduous amount of work, and that this would suggest that this project is not in its infancy, that there's been a fair amount of effort put into its movement forward. I do recall an environmentalist, I believe, was a former part of the EPA, describing concerns about Lake Luxembourg and the elevated phosphate nitrate levels that we're currently dealing with, and the effects that the suggested 2 to 2.5 million gallons of treated water runoff into the lake could have on these levels. And the most impressive speaker, I believe, was a supervisor for all of the sewage treatment plants in the state of New Jersey. At one point, I believe he stated that there were about 5,000 worker employees for that department directly underneath him who had stated, you know, there's really no sewage treatment plant that doesn't stink. It's not a question of whether it will smell, it's when and how bad and the radius it will affect. And you know, we are sharing a border. Now I'm very sensitive that this is a new town project, and that Middletown really has very little in terms of voting prowess, so to speak. But you know, I just wanted to come up, take an opportunity to express Middletown's concerns. I'm here representing Stonebridge Court, where as the crow flies, probably about half a mile from this plant. You know, wanted to express the concerns about the local environment and the potential smell that may be associated with the development of this plant. That is as a resident, and if it's okay, if the board will allow, I did run a email I am also the chief of surgery at St. Mary's Medical Center, and there is concerns about the smell radius involving the institution at St. Mary's. I did write this email and had it cleared by Dr. Edward Odell, the chief medical officer at St. Mary's. I wrote, this smell radius may extend into the property currently occupied by St. Mary's Medical Center, and I worry about the impact on this institution. I can't imagine we will be able to continue to grow our hospital in the setting of rising costs and decreasing insurance reimbursement if patients are reluctant to utilize our facility because of a foul odor. Hospitals across the nation have been struggling ever since the pandemic, and the rate of hospital closures is quite concerning. This is in no way an indication that St. Mary's is in dire straits, but I cannot imagine a scenario where a decrease in patient visits and volume will not impact our ability to thrive. And that is all. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
We're not doing
I need to ask a question. I'm covered under Humana. Is St. Mary's going to be signed up with Humana or not?
I can say that Trinity is very actively trying to entertain contract negotiations with Humana as we speak. We had a similar issue with Aetna, and they had an 11th hour agreement so that Aetna continues to be accepted through all of the Trinity ministries. Humana is certainly one of the top priorities now that the Aetna deal has been completed.
I'd like to just say one more thing. We are not the sewer authority, we are the Board of Supervisors. So if you look on the sewer authority online schedule, you will see when their meetings are. Feel free to come there. I think you would be heard more by the sewer authority there than here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very ignorant to these proceedings. I didn't know if I was even allowed to talk. I would have worn something different than a sweatshirt and jeans, so I apologize for the attire as well.
It's fine, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.